Good morning, students. In my previous lecture, we studied, or rather, we discussed what are angiosperm phylogeny, Bayesian principles of angiosperm phylogeny, that is called dicta. Today, we will discuss origin and evolution of angiosperms, part 1. Angiosperm phylogeny. The available fossil evidences show that the angiosperms originated roughly 165 million years ago in the Mesozoic era, probably in the Jurassic period or perhaps even earlier than that, and appeared in great outburst in Upper Cretaceous time, that is about 110 million years ago. But the actual origin or true relationship of this large group of plants dominating the earth, it is still not known. Earliest known fossil angiosperms are the members of Rennell's as well as of Amentiferi. Because of this, some phylogenists believe that Rennell's is the basal group in the evolution of the angiosperm, while others believe that Amentiferi should be considered as most primitive. But till today, all these are mere assumptions about the possible ancestors of angiosperms. Some assumptions consider the seed ferns to be the ancient, while others consider some group of the cycads. The sum total of all we know about it is that suddenly in Upper Cretaceous time there appeared a large outburst of already highly evolved and advanced angiosperms in Upper Cretaceous. Now, what type of the origin of the angiosperms was, whether it is monophyletic or polyphyletic? So, the question of phyly of the angiosperm is still not solved, mainly because of their inadequate fossil records. But this much is sure that the angiosperms are a natural group and contain such characters which make them unique from all other muscular plants. Fegri 1980, Dahlgren 1983 and several other phylogenists believe that angiosperms are monophyletic, that is a group originated from a single ancestor at a single time in the past. So what is the meaning of monophyletic origin? When a group of plants originated from a single ancestor at a single time somewhere in the past. So this type of origin is known as monophyletic origin. They believe so because present day angiosperms show remarkable consistency in their characters, that is uniform staminal structure. What characters they consider? Uniform staminal structure, characteristic endothecium layer of the anther wall, double fertilization, which is unique to the angiosperms, formation of triploid endosperm, and presence of sieve tubes in all. So all these characters make angiosperms unique, and the remarkable consistency of these characters make them probably monophyletic in origin. Hickey and Doyle 1977 also support the monophyletic origin of angiosperms on the basis of their studies of monosulcate pollen. So he also support the monophyletic origin of the angiosperm. Dahlgren believes that the ancestor of the present day angiosperm was a gymnospermous member. However, no definite fossil evidence is available in favor of the monophyletic origin. Eames, Cronquist, Muse, Gracillo and several other phylogenicists have been of the view that Angiosperms are polyphyletic. That is, dicot and monocot originated at different times from different primitive stocks and attained their present status through parallel or convergent evolution. So, what is the polyphyletic origin? When different groups are originated from different primitive stocks and at different times. So, polyphyletic origin is when dicot and monocots originated at different times from different primitive stocks. Fossil records, variety in perianth and the nature of carpel in both dicot and monocot also support the theory of polyphylesis. So these fossil records, variety in perianth and the nature of carpel in both the groups of angiosperms support the theory of polyphylesis, means the origin of the angiosperms is polyphyletic. The primitive orders of both the monocots and dicots do not show any close relationship in their characters, and this also favors the polyphyletic origin. Again, the evidence is what? The primitive orders of both the monocot and dicot do not show any close relationship in their characters. Means their origin is polyphyletic, different, with different ancestors. However, in the light of the available fossil records and other characters, it appears that angiosperms as a group are monophyletic and their families or group of families are polyphyletic. So, as a group, angiosperms are monophyletic and their families or group of families are polyphyletic. To find out the exact ancestor of angiosperms, more fossil records should be investigated. Now, what was the probable time of origin of angiosperms? The available fossil records indicate that the angiosperms spread over the entire earth from the equator to the polar regions about 100 million years ago and they appear around about 100 million years ago and during a period of only about 10 million years ago, spread during about the period of 10 million years. During this period, the vegetation was dominated by gymnosperms and ferns. But some phylogenetists such as Wolf et al. Believe that they originated in the early Mesozoic or even in the late Paleozoic, that is about 250 million or more years ago. However, the majority of the fossil records point out their origin to be about 132 to 135 million years ago during the early Cretaceous, and the same view is supported by Taylor 1981 on the basis of studies of fossil pollens. The angiosperms dominated the earth during the later parts of the Cretaceous period. Fossils of the monosulcate pollen grains are reported from the lower Cretaceous rocks. Such type of pollen grains are characteristic of the primary monocotyledons and dicotyledons. In the early years of Cretaceous, the angiosperms split into monocots and dicots and both of them became prevalent in the terrestrial flora along with the ferns and gymnosperms in the later years. So we can conclude that the Cretaceous period was the period of the origin of the angiosperms. Professor David Dilcher of Indiana University and his associates provided sufficient evidence of the importance of fossil records in the early history of angiosperms. They discovered a 95 million years old fossil bisexual flower, thereby indicating the coexistence of unisexual and bisexual flowers in the early history of the flowering plants. Fossil pollens and leaves of several magnolias, ranunculates, thiales, hamamelidales, and some monocote have been reported from the Maastrichtian stage of Upper Cretaceous period, that is about 70 million years ago. So, fossil evidences also support the origin of angiosperms in the Cretaceous period. Muller 1970 reported pollen of member of Compositae from the Oligocene of Tertiary period of the Cenozoic era, that is only about 25 to 30 million years ago. So this is also in the favor of the Compositae family, which is the advanced family of the angiosperms. So this is although this is a descriptive part of the angiosperm, I hope you understand this very well. Thank you.